Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the rabbit. So welcome back all my bunny pals. I hope you're doing good. I have been away for a little while because I broke my wrist, and unfortunately that meant I wasn't able to shuffle. Not that my shuffling skills are any good anyway, but it made it almost impossible with a cast on. Now that I've got the cast off, I am back. So thank you for hanging around there and waiting this one out with me. And yeah, we're going to jump straight back in it and do this reading now for you guys born in the year of the rabbit. Just going to shuffle these up a bit, move them around a little bit here, there and everywhere. And when we get the feeling just right, we're going to stop. And we'll stop about... Oh, let's make sure we've got all the cards. We're going to stop about... Because I do this with my eyes closed. I stop when it feels about right, which I'm going to say will be about... This is a tough one. Let's stop about there, I think. We're going to take that one from the bottom. We're going to take that one from the middle. We're going to take that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we've got three blacks. There's three negatives there. Now, it may be quite easy to jump to the conclusion that that's going to be bad and that the negatives aren't that great. And, you know, you're probably right. You got three negatives. But black isn't always an attack, just like white isn't always all right. It all depends on that compatibility when we flip them over. So even if we've just got these blacks here now, if you're in a great mood, if you're in a good place, we're not trying to take that away from you. It just means things could be better. So even if you are in a great place, they could be even better than that. And if you're in a bad place, you're probably thinking, yep, that's just typical. And we're going to start off with a deep thinking place. And it's almost like you're being stubborn here. You're being stubborn. It's almost like you're, I don't know. Oxes are very logical people. The fact that we're looking at this from a negative place, it's almost like in the reverse. It's almost like you're trying to defy logic. It's almost like you're in denial. It's almost like you're in a place of denial. It's almost like you're kind of trying to convince yourself or others around you that what has happened or what is happening isn't necessarily... It's almost like a gaslighting people here, rabbit peoples, my little bunny friends. Are you sure that you're not getting your wires crossed? I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm not making any sort of, accusations here of such. I'm just reading as it is. We've got this ox here. It's in the negative. It's kind of it's almost like a stubborn I'm not moving, I know I'm right kind of attitude. However, the ox and the rabbit are both reserved and shy, and they do show a little lukewarm interest with each other. But there is no spark there between the ox and the rabbit. There is no real compatibility. We've got like a neutral card here. So what we are concentrating on is the negative in that space around the ox. What's that ox coming into? You are thinking your own fairy tale. You are thinking up your own sort of happy ending or just the ending in general. It's like you're trying to skip ahead a few chapters. And when someone says, well, hold up, let's just wait and see what happens. Let's just look at the facts here. Let's just rewind and have a little bit of thought on how we got this far. Look at the journey that got you here. How can you possibly think that it's going to be okay or it's going to work out this way or that will be the outcome? And you're oblivious to it because you believe that it is going to work out okay in the end because it's almost like you're making it up. Oh, yeah, no, the happy ending's fine. You know, it's all great. But is it? Is it? Because if it's all made up inside your head, it may convince you that you're happy for a while, but is it genuine happiness? That ox is going to make you overthink. It's going to make you sort of, as I say, committed to this idea that you are right. And I'm not trying to put you down. It's just, it's so easy to jump to, yes, I'm right, because that's like the option that we want. That's the preferable option, to jump on the, yes, I'm right, and stay on the, yes, I'm right bandwagon. But being stubborn with that, I don't think it's a good idea. If we were looking at a white ox here, it might be different. I'd say stand by your, stand by your ordeals here. Stand by your kind of thoughts here and your opinion. Stand by that. But I got to say that I think potentially you're wrong because that ox is coming in and it's almost defying you here. It's showing you for what it is. It's showing you that, you know, not everything is as it seems. And then we got that monkey coming into play, which is again, it's that self-care, not looking after yourself, reverse kind of monkey, negative place. Again, not a very compatible card with the rabbit. You know, the monkey and the rabbit, they don't necessarily get along because they swing in different trees. Or at least the monkey's swinging in a tree, the rabbit's on the ground, you know, doing its own thing. This is that self-care card. This is you're not looking out for yourself, because what you're doing is you're pretending everything is okay when it's not. This could be mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You're telling yourself that you're okay. You're telling yourself that everything's fine. You're in denial about something. I've seen this before. We've seen this before. Rabbit people. I've been away for a while. And remember before we left, we were talking about the fact that the forest is on fire, but you've got your back to it and you're pretending like it isn't. And then the flames caught up with you and burnt you in the ass, and you were forced to actually admit that you were literally forced to admit that things were changing and things were different now, and potentially new horizons were on the horizon. New opportunities and open doors were there for you to seize. And now you're denying that there was a fire in the first place. You're denying the fact that there was a forest at all. You're just sort of like oblivious to that, while you sit there now playing with matches. This is a bit of a confusing message, but I think you need to start looking out for yourself and start paying attention to what you need. What is it that Rabbit needs? That's the question here. Stop trying to impress or trying to get people's attention. Stop trying to prove your point. Stop competing. Because that's what this kind of is saying here. It's like, you need to stop competing and trying to prove you're right. You need to focus on what actually matters, and what actually really matters right now. And if you really think about it, you know it's you. Self-care, selfishness is something that you need to take care of. Like, you know, it's something that you need to now acknowledge. You need to be selfish, but not in a way like a toxic, horrible, vindictive way. More in a self-care, learn to love yourself so you can love others. Learn some self-respect so you can respect others. Learn to trust yourself so you can trust others. Kind of selfishness, self-care. It's like almost like you be selfish by taking yourself away from the equation in order to grow, in order to come back and be more of a productive, fulfilling member of that situation. Or not. I mean, that's entirely up to you, but monkeys will play their games, and oxes will just, they'll go on a standstill, go slow. So now what we're facing here in this energy is that you've got a go slow game that you've now got to compete in. But it's moving so slow. I mean, are you willing to wait this out as long as it's going to be? Because I think there's going to be a long wait here, a long wait. And that catalytic moment's going to come in, and there's going to be a catalytic moment, and it's going to change things. It's going to change things big time, and it's going to come in slow, and you're not even going to expect it. Or maybe you do expect it, but that's what you've been in denial about. Because as long as you pretended it didn't happen, or it isn't happening, or there's nothing going on there, or whatever, that fire didn't burn down the forest, then you don't have to admit it. And if you ever had a part to play in it, or you have some blame or fault in that, it's even easier to be in denial about it. But that pig is on your side. It is a catalyst card just as you are, and you are from the same triangle. So it is out of these three, it's the best card that you could have got, in a sense that you are compatible with the pig. But again, it's just another warning. It's coming in, something to punch you in the face, and it's going to be a slow hit. So you're going to see it come in, and it's almost like that's what it is. You can see this punch coming towards your face, and you laugh about it because it's so slow, and you're like, look at this, ha ha ha, this will never hurt, this is never going to take me down, this will never knock me out, bang, and it hits you, and it's like a fucking 10-ton truck, just whack. Yep, you felt it, and you're going to feel it, and you're going to keep feeling it, because as long as you are ignoring it, and as long as you are not if you're not acknowledging it, then it's always going to be there as that elephant in the room, as that boar in the room that needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed because if you don't, then that change isn't going to shift you into the next phase, and you need to grow. This is what the catalytic moment is. It's to put you in the right place. And we keep seeing this time and time again. It's like you're reluctant. You're reluctant to move. You're reluctant to go. You're reluctant to do anything. And I get it, because rabbit people, they like their security. They like their comfort. They like to be safe, and they like to be at home and have their nice little home comforts. And they like their comfort zones. You do. Don't necessarily like change so much, even though that you can adapt and you can accept that it does happen. You'd rather it not happen to you out of your control. And that's why it's easier to be in denial about it. So what are we going to do about this? Because this is just going to keep coming back around. And recently, I think almost everybody this week has had catalytic moments and catalyst cards. I put it down to a change in the sort of Mercury retrograde kind of thing, where we are now shifting not only from autumn over to winter, because solstice is going to be upon us soon, but we are also looking at that Mercury retrograde kind of like coming out of retrograde. Mercury is now coming out of retrograde, so we are looking at a shift and a change in energies. How that pans out for us all as we lead up to Christmas, I guess we'll find out. Because as Yule starts to go underway and all of the solstice starts to change everything for that winter season, we're going to see some big shifts in this energy, and I think you're going to be very affected, rabbit people. I think you're going to be one of the people that are going to be very, very affected indeed. I might be wrong. We'll find out, won't we? When we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the rabbit. Thank you for watching. I will be back tomorrow with another reading for the dragon and the snake. So if you're interested, I will see you there. If not, then I will see you next week when we come back and see how you guys are getting on in the year of the rabbit. Thanks for watching. Love and peace.